Literally, when I was the next person in line, the next person in line, bro. Literally, the next person in line. I get to the front of the line, he says, the podcast shut down. I was mad as fuck, bro. So I was like, so what's my options, basically? He was like, well, you could wait an hour, or you could take the whole Asvab. And the whole... Alright, what's good, guys? So today we're going to talk about my experience at Asvab. I want to say that shit was way longer than the shit had to be, literally, because I took the podcast, and when I was the next person in line, the podcast shut down. So yeah, I was mad as fuck. But rewind that shit back a little bit. So I go to my recruiter, let's just say I go to my recruiter, and I had to be there at 11. So I got there at 11, sat down for a while, filled out some paperwork. He told me what to expect. Like, he told me that I would just be confirming my score and that it would only take 45 minutes. It was me and this other guy who had went at the same time, and he drove us out. Cause it was a pretty long ride, so our recruiter drives us. So what he did was he drove us there. We had to give our fingerprints, things like that. Basically just register, get our picture and everything like that. And then we got our paperwork. You had to bring your identity, things like that. And after that, yeah, basically we just went downstairs, signed the list, and then waited to be called in to take the test. Literally, when I was the next person in line, the next person in line, bro. Literally, the next person in line. I get to the front of the line, he says, the podcast shut down. I was mad as fuck, bro. So I was like, so what's my options, basically? He was like, well, you could wait an hour, or you could take the whole Asvab. And the whole Asvab is 3 hours. It consists of probably, I would say, 13 parts. Yeah, it consists of 13 parts. And you start out with 9 parts. And after the 9 parts, you have 4 more parts. I believe metal component, coding, and whatever else, but you have 4 more parts added to the 9 parts you take if you take the regular Asvab at Mets. And so after that, yeah, I took that. It took me probably a whole 3 hours, I'm not even gonna lie. And then I passed. We came back to the recruiting office. I probably stayed there for basically like the rest of the day. I was there for another 2-3 hours, filling out paperwork, signing stuff. And I actually have to go back tomorrow to fill out some more things, but he did give me my job sheet. So I'll be right back. Let me get that for you. Yeah, I was eating my fault. Okay. So I'm not gonna show y'all anything too important, but we just gonna go into the top part. All right, so once you finish taking your test, if you do pass, this is only if you pass. If you don't pass, you have to wait a whole month. So let's say I took it on the 14th, I would have to wait next month to the 15th to take it again if I did fail. Keep in mind that if you have a GED, you must pass with the 50. You can't not pass with the 50. Like that's the score you need to pass with. You can't pass with a 31. Alright, so anyways, right here at the top, it's gonna say future sailor, and then it's gonna have your scores. So, general science, I scored a 51, arithmetic a 48, I think word comprehension, word knowledge, I'm sorry, a 46, paragraph comprehension a 50, math knowledge 54, electronic intelligence 42, assembly 38. Now, I could assemble fucking object, but I was in there for the longest, and at that point, them shapes started blowing my shit, so I just started skipping. I honestly didn't care, but I shouldn't have did that because the job I wanted, I was 6 points away. But keep in mind, you can be wavered depending on how far you are away from what you want to be. So when you go to MEPS, you can ask basically if you can be waived for that job. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So keep in mind for the part two. Matt, MC 54, AO 59, VE 48, and my predicted D-Lab score is a 82, and my predicted NAPT score is a 42. Okay. Okay, so basically, down the middle is going to show all the jobs and what you need to pass that. So basically, it's going to be the components you pass, and they have to add up to a certain number. So, yeah. So this is all basically some of the jobs you might qualify for. Now, keep in mind that you might not qualify for this job depending on how you score. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so after I get back from taking the Asvab, I believe I scored a 46 or whatever. I think a 46. My podcast was a 53, so I actually scored a little lower, being that I bullshitted the assembly shit. So came back, filled out my paperwork, I signed some stuff. They're gonna do a background check on you, so you have to sign for that. And basically, your recruiter is gonna tell you when you get to MEPS, say no. They don't know anything about you. They don't know who you are. So why the fuck would you tell them, basically? And you telling them is just gonna make you be there for longer or just delay your time at MEPS. Like you might have to go back and forth. You definitely want to do that shit. So yeah, basically that's about it. You basically just gotta take your ASVAB, pass it, sign a couple things. I have to go back in tomorrow, so I'll keep you guys posted on that with the part two. And then MEPS, I'll also be posting about MEPS. So if you guys have any questions about MEPS that you want me to keep in mind while I go there, just let me know. And yeah. Yeah.